Hey everyone, James Baek here, and it's time for some Kid Icarus Uprising. If you guys didn't know, this was my first ever game that I played on my channel a while ago when I first started in 2013. And it's still one of my all-time favorite games today, especially for the 3DS. And I thought during the time of its release, it was one of the best games for the 3DS, if not one of my favorite games for the 3DS of all time. And it still is today. There's a lot of great moments in Kid Icarus Uprising. The story's amazing, has a lot of good drama, and as well as some comical moments, so it is a really enjoyable story. The multiplayer is also very solid, it's really fun, but does have a bit of issues like lag. And one of the complaints about this game is controls, but I never had problems with the controls myself. And yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. I'm going to be doing a let's play of this game, and going to be doing 9.0 intensity, which is the hardest intensity that this game has to offer. So there might be a few stressful moments during this game. I might rage, probably not rage, but there will be some stressful moments that I'll have, but I'm okay with that. I'm glad to share this game with you guys, as it's one of my favorite games, as I said before, and it's the first game that I ever played on my channel, so definitely glad to bring it back, and hopefully I will be able to do well and finish it this time. Really hoping I will be able to explore the game, and you guys will see how great of a game it is. So let's go, Kid Icarus Uprising. Okay, as you can see, I already completed this game 100%, but with you guys I will be doing it one more time, so let's go into it. So as you can see, there are a lot of options in Kid Icarus Uprising, and I will be going through all these options at some point of the game, but right now, we're all anxious, we want to get started. 9.0 walkthrough, let's go. We're going to move out. And before we move out into the Chapter 1, the Return of Palutena, I'm going to show my gear real quick. I'm going to be using the Crusader Blade with 6 stars in range, no stars in melee, walking speed +2, dash charge stop +3, knockback recovery +1, and imperil attack boost +1. Normally with 9.0 walkthroughs, or if you're ever going to play a Chapter 9.0, you're going to have a weapon with a lot of defense modifiers, but Chapter 1 really isn't that hard on 9.0, and whatever difficulty you are playing it, it's not going to be that hard, so really don't see a reason to bring one of those weapons. Just going to bring a weapon that does reliable damage, and that's this Crusader Blade. As for my powers, I'm probably not going to use any of the powers because this chapter is really easy, as I said earlier, but Health Recovery level 1, Pisces Heal level 1, Playing Dead level 3, Brief Invincibility level 1, and Crisis Recovery level 1. But anyway, let's get started. Chapter 1, The Return of Palutena. And remember, we will be doing Intensity 9.0 through this Let's Play. Nothing harder than this. Anyway, let's begin.
Sorry to keep you waiting. It's been too long, Lady Palutena.
We can chat later, Pit, but now it's time to fight. The Underworld army's invaded.
Whoa, you weren't kidding.
Use the L button to fire. You can target enemies with the stylus.
These are Underworld troops. Are you saying Medusa's been
Resurrected, yes. But the goddess of darkness was defeated long ago. She's back now. And as the goddess of light, it's my duty to protect humanity from her.
You worry too much. Medusa!
Hello there, Pit. And you too, Palutena. Here to crash my homecoming party?
This really doesn't look like much of a party.
What better way to celebrate my return than with a festive bloodbath? After all, I have been gone for 25 years.
They're moving their attack to the ground.
Then so are we.
I can't believe I'm actually flying.
The power of flight is my gift to you. I'll control your routes, you can focus on battle. But I can only maintain this power for 5 minutes at a time. After that, your wings will burn up and you'll fall.
You have no idea how embarrassing it is to be an angel who can't fly on his own. So thanks for your help. Without you, I'd be finished.
will go into a glide that makes it easier to dodge attacks. Holding your fire also builds up charge shots. Aim carefully and use them wisely. How are things looking to you? You can adjust the feeling of depth using the 3D slider on the right. Your destination should be coming into view now.
Now they're attacking the town? This isn't right!
The people need your help. I'd better get you over there.
Do you hear that? Do you hear the people's cheers? They're celebrating the return of the goddess Palutena.
Despite the Underworld invasion, the people haven't lost hope. It's our duty to protect them. Prepare for land battle, Pit.
As you saw, I really wasn't able to commentate at all through the air battle, but that's really this game, as there's a lot of dialogue. It's very dialogue heavy, and you'll probably see me not being able to talk a lot.
Good. Looks like you've got the hang of things.
It's a piece of cake.
Good luck out there, Pit.
Okay, so a few things. The air battles, they usually last no more than 5 minutes. You usually don't use 5 minutes at all, but basically Lady Palutena is guiding you throughout the entire thing. All you have to do is worry about shooting. Lady Palutena will be choosing the route, while you just have to worry about taking down enemies. And in the land battle, it's pretty straightforward as you're trying to find the boss.
Wipe out as many monsters as you can.
I'm on it.
And yeah, you pretty much are just trying to find a boss and defeat them, so you take out Medusa's commanders. Lady Palutena has more of an advantage.
Change direction quickly.
Like spinning a globe.
A yellow red will mean that you have an item. Pressing the L button will use that item.
And yeah, basically we're going to explore this town. It's called that first town. This is literally the name of the town. Anyway, you see something here? Take it away.
An intensity gate. To pass through these, you need to play at certain intensity or difficulty levels.
And of course, since I'm playing level 9, I'm able to explore all the intensity gates, and will be exploring all of them. Anyway, this is an Underworld crawler. It's basically a large tank, very strong enemy. To take care of it, you have to go around it and destroy this little weak spot it has in the back. It's a very strong and has a lot of HP, so you really want to take care of it quickly. It does hit hard, so you want to avoid all its attacks. And from doing that, you actually get a treasure chest, which can contain a weapon, a power, or sometimes food and hearts. Food also recovers your health, so it's very nice to grab any piece of food if you're ever low on health. Alright, let's continue out through the town.
What was that?
Medusa has unleashed an evil beast in the Colosseum. You need to hurry there.
Okay, so the objective for this chapter will be to head to the Colosseum and defeat this evil beast Medusa sent.
Enemies with melee attacks. You switch between melee and ranged shots automatically.
I'll stack up the melee attacks to serve up a combo meal of pain.
Okay, so if you go over here, there's an enemy, a wave angler, and if you defeat it, you actually get a treasure chest as your reward. Highly recommend you come here, take this jump pad into your treasure chest, and claim your power or weapon. Over here are some mix. Just take care of those, no problem. And just destroy this enemy just to gain hearts. Hearts are the money of this game. And I just ran right into that. But that enemy you saw with the skull was a Ganonade. If you don't attack, the Iron Ball will actually just kill the Ganonade off for you. But if you did accidentally attack it with a ranged shot, it will actually stay on the field. Oh, wow. That was terrible. My bad. Not gonna get finished off here. Why am I meleeing this? I have range. There we go. Anyway, as I was trying to say, the Ganonade, if you accidentally did attack it with a range shot, you agitate it and it will shoot some kind of spike ball at you. But if you melee them, they don't attack back at all, so it's basically free hearts. right here we got Drink of the Gods. They'll place this usually before any boss fight. You can basically heal back all your health as we're ready for the boss fight. Let's go.
Twin Bellows!
The Underworld's faithful watchdog.
Okay, so we're going to be fighting Twin Bellows. Twin Bellows' HP ranges from 350 if you're playing an intensity of 0.0 to an intensity of 1750 on intensity 9.0. Twin Bellows can usually straight charge at you and can turn around and charge again multiple times depending on the damage Twin Bellows has taken. Usually in the beginning he will charge only a few times, maybe once if you're playing on the lower intensity, but will increase and turn around and charge you again. So just dash attack to get out of the way. He usually attacks with breaths of fire and fireballs, which he can launch directly at you. And Twin Bellows can also roar in order to push Pit back and out of melee range. The advice that I have for you guys would be to dash out of the way when Twin Bellows dashes or spews fireballs. And after Twin Bellows dashes, it will recover for a few seconds, so it is best to attack when it is trying to recharge from dashing. It's very vulnerable and you can get quite a bit of damage off before he recovers. And on mythology, Twin Bellows actually bears a resemblance to Orpheus, the double-headed guard dog owned by Garen. But Twin Bellows' name in Japanese, Ramaji, hints that he is inspired by Orpheus' well-known triple-headed brother, Cerberus. So it could be either of the two, to be honest. But anyway, let's get into the boss fight. Alright, so that was the introduction of the boss fight, and let's get into it.
Try circling left or right to attack. Keep your aim focused on the enemy.
That's called straight, right?
Whatever it's called, just stay out of his way.
Oh, I dashed there.
Had to dash. I also recommend dashing and shooting at the same time. Change dash directions and charge your shot for different effects.
Well, talk about options. Let you know you can work today. Yeah! Victory is mine!
Excellent job, Pit.
Yeah, that was a really short boss fight. It's not that long. Twin Bellows is really easy.
Listen well, Medusa. Your days of darkness are numbered. Prepare to meet the light!
Let's return for now. This was just our first step in defeating Medusa.
Anyway, here are the weapons we get for this chapter. I do apologize, but I didn't get to commentate at all through the boss fight, but it is a really short boss fight. It shouldn't take you that long to defeat Twin Bellows unless you're using a really weak weapon at a really high intensity such as 9.0. But, yeah, I did make the boss actually look a lot harder, and that's because I really can't play that well when I'm recording. It's hard to commentate or to pay attention while recording, so I do apologize for that. Anyway, we do get some weapons here. Centurion Orbitars, really not that great, so we're going to convert them into hearts. That really wasn't a great weapon either, and I do have all the powers, so don't need the powers. Okay, so just a quick note before I do say. As you saw in the game, there was a lot, as you saw throughout the chapter, there was a lot of dialogue, and that's pretty much how it is for the entire game. It's very heavy. There's a lot of heavy dialogue, but a lot of the dialogue is just so great, and there's some really funny moments that I do want to show a lot of the dialogue without interrupting with my commentary. Unless I feel like it's really unnecessary, I will be talking, but the first chapter really didn't need explanation, as it was pretty much going through the air battle as Lady Palutena was guiding you towards that first town, which is literally the name of the town we were just in. And it's pretty much, we were just taking on the Underworld enemies with Pit. And then in the land battle, we were basically just going straight toward the Colosseum. It was literally a straight path you could have went. There was a little side quest as that intensity gate you could have went through. Other than that, it was really straightforward, so I didn't really think it needed, like, anything big to mention or me to mention about it. And yeah, if it's straightforward, there was really no reason to commentate. I might as well have just let the character voices go in, so yeah. But yeah, that was Kid Icarus Uprising Chapter 1. The difficulty will grow higher as we progress throughout the story, so definitely did make that boss fight seem harder than it was, but then again, we're in for a long, hard ride, so that was Twin Bellows. In the next episode, we'll be taking on Chapter 2, Magnus and the Dark Lord. I'll see you guys next time.